Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Shall we? Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Even on a cloudy day, the rain goes away. We still find a way to rise and shine. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, my silent cinder. I've just been burning myself up at these festivals, hanging out with my friends. It's been so hot inside, but then the rains come and relieve it. Now it's got a nice little chill in it, and I'm on overstay, so every day is just another day. It goes by so fast. You go, what can I do today to not give up on myself on a silent surrender that is comfort? That's what we're talking about this morning. It's such an easy path to be able to just go, yeah, let me just eat some fried foods and pass out, or let me just have some sex with strangers and then I don't have to feel what's inside, or let me do some silly shit because then that'll cover up the pain that I'm feeling. And the silent surrenders, I see my friends pulling all the time. I'm not giving up. I'm never giving up, and it's never been in me to give up. I'm watching other people give up on their principles. Please tell me the leaves aren't already falling out of the trees. Maybe a little too early for April. What a fantastic journey. But this is what I'm talking about. We're all talking about the same thing of these little contracts we make with ourselves. These little silent surrenders. Oh, they're from fucking birds in that nest. Oh, shit, you see that? You see that? Coming on out. Um, and I don't know if it's a coping mechanism. I don't know if it's a pain aversion and avoidance situation, but I feel like everybody kind of silently surrenders at something. You know, Talking to the girl last night, different girl, one I talked to like 2 years ago, and I was just like, why don't you have kids yet? She's like, because I don't want to get divorced. I was like, how many men you got? Zero. None. And I'm like, then why aren't you married and having children? Silent surrender is the answer to that. We give up. Haven't found a guy, haven't found an option, given up our own opinions towards the situation. Good morning. And that's where we end up lying to ourselves. We go to ourselves inside us things and go, instead of getting what I want, I'm going to get what makes me feel warm or comfortable or keeps me inside or keeps me in my comfort zone, so that way I don't have to give out any more energy. That way I don't have to get hurt anymore. That way the things that were hurting me won't take place. This is like a kid's fantasy, like, oh, as long as I put the food underneath the bed, my parents won't know that I snuck the meal. And then all of a sudden you got ants in your pants and everybody's like, what happened was, a little bit of a silent surrender that we can't hide. Coca-Cola's in the morning, uh, joints, capitulation, you know, to bow down to the fears, to bow down to the pain, bow down to the nap, whatever keeps our stomachs full and our dicks hard and our jollies up. We'll double down on it, and then we won't have anything left of it but staring old ladies on bikes or people that we let inside. And these things are little, like, almost like silent killers. They used to say that high blood pressure is a silent killer. It's true. People don't normally do what they do unless it brings them comfort. It has to carve a path in our brain. We have to see a direct correlation with what we're about to gain. Like, ooh, pop, the top of the Coca-Cola gives us a sensation. We didn't even know that. That's part of the marketing, but that sound in itself gives us a heightened awareness. It's like the same sounds that are happening on a casino slot machine. The ding, 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 ding. It gives us sensations that we don't know are driving us to capitulation, driving us to repetition, driving us to that comfort. We're like, hey, something's going on right here. And I kind of tried telling them over the festival that I think it's kind of like a scam to get people to pay 300, 600, whatever dollars it is to stand in a field that normally is free, just there. as you can see, like everyone knows, when we're there, we all know what it's like to be in a scenario where we're just like, entertain me, right? Give me the porn, give me the concert, give me the music, give me the whatever it takes to distract me. And I was even seeing people wearing earpods a lot. It's like almost like instant dopamine. It's like, let me put on the dopamine, ease through the day, feel no pain, only stay comfortable. And I'm just going like, that's where dreams go to die. That silent surrender where we go, okay, I don't want to fight a bit anymore. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to chill. Let's just chill. And I'm like, let's just thrill. Thrill over chill might be it all day. The one chick was just saying it. I want my head to be beaten off the backboard, flipped around, and then my heart ripped out of my chest because it gives me the thrill. What up? Hey, you're on my live, just so you know this time. Yeah, this guy is talking about Russians and the. I'm almost in the back over here because the doors are open. They got the doors open to come in and chill, so that's why I'm over here. You want to go somewhere? Go a little spot?
Yeah, should we go to the Riverside?
Yeah, let's walk over there then. Let's go. And walk on the river and go for a walk. I'm doing the walk and talk. You want me to meet you there? Yeah, I'll meet you there, so that way you don't have to slow down and wait for me to walk. What you got? What you got?
Go and buy some water from the.
Okay, I'll meet you over there by the.
How about that first place that we went?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna walk over there. Let me grab my sunglasses too. Mister, I got a bike and I don't. He gave me the side eye. Tell us how you really feel. You're gonna bike to Helsinki?
No, I'm gonna take a train.
Oh, okay.
I bike and the train and I go there, so I can drive around in the sunshine.
That makes sense. I've never done that before, but that's the best way to move. Got it. Let me grab my hat and glasses. I'll be right there. This is all I got. I don't have any keys. Chigutas. My homie's already rolled up on me. I'm gonna go smoke a little bit by the river and contemplate life. It's nice to have friends that get me out of my mind and out of the office and all of the things that are going on. Look at this. He's telling me get a bike so we can go bike around in Helsinki and shit. You know what I mean? Is it in your eyes? And the truth. Pain is the heart and mind. This won't download for me. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's having a tough time and it's driving my productivity down because I can't get it to fucking work. Fucking Opus clip. This is why we gotta do video in a sec. I think I got everything. Let me grab the water. That's what I need. And just keep it pushing. I got fucking fingerprints on my glasses. Hey, I'll be right back. I don't know if you can hear me. Just down the street right here, Juice is meeting me at the river. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. They don't need me anyway. Everybody knows. I've been waking up slow. Just getting my brain to go. What?
My way home.
So come back here then. I'll meet you here. He left his vape at home. See? The plan has done changed. That's what it's like, in life that not that I want people to get used to pain, not that you should get used to pain, but it's the adaptation of, getting to know people and getting things past things and everything, That's the situation, Finland women. That's the situation that we're in. Do you have someone that'll go the lengths with you, or people that give up easily and they ignore you? Do you have situations that drive you or that park you? It's a real simple situation when you're looking at your car and you're looking at your shifter knobs and like, am I being parked or am I being sparked? Am I been able to park and spark? Am I able to lift up my spirits after they go like, I got a successful stoner design and I'm watching people do like power cleans and shit. You know what I mean? Doing straight pull it down and all right after a bong rip, like performance enhancing, I think not, but can you perform after you've enhanced? A lot of us will do that. Okay, let me just, I'll feel better if I watch. Oh man, I did get bit on my back. I'll feel better after I, watch some Netflix, but then we can't perform after it, you know? Or I'll feel good after I masturbate, but then you can't perform the actual sex after it. We set ourselves up for situations that say we're going to feel better for doing it, like going to a bar or, drinking a beer or whatever it is, even smoking your weed, and see if it doesn't keep you in a cycle of behavior or gets you to escape the behavior that's keeping you in the cycle. This is a hard thing to deal with because we've been taught so much by our own brains what reinforces us, oh, that's going to make me feel better, let me go on vacation. I can be lonely on vacation. It's not a fix it all, you know let me just have one beer. I don't know anybody that drinks one beer. They need like 10. And even if they drink 10 days in a row, they're still back to where they began. And this is why I'm having this conversation, is like these silent surrenders, they add up. They add up to all of us where we go, did I do the thing that got me to be what I want to be? Or did I do the thing that got me to feel the way I wanted to feel? And that's the difference, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where I like your hair. That's so cool. It's one of those things where maybe we ignore ourselves, go back to that comfort zone, like I said, with the headphones on, look straight, not say hi to anyone, not risk an interaction, not risk a rejection, but not gain anything either. So then you're just existing. And I think we got to exist more. I don't think we're just here to just walk on by. I don't think we're here just to pay bills. I don't think we're here just for thrills. You want to be able to fucking push your life past zones, zones that you thought were keeping you inside, or zones that you think you can leave, zones that make us believe that there's something else than just existing. There's something more than just our feelings or the things that keep us in a cycle, or eat the day up or eat the hours up. And we'll find a way. We'll find a way. Maybe just have a slow coffee or a coffee and cannabis or an excuse to get distracted. It's part of all of us. I don't give a fuck who you are. You'll have a dopamine pathway. You'll have something that'll go inside you and say, stay that way. Instead of go that way and go through it and push through it and make it a new pathway, it'll say, you're stuck with me, man. All day, every day, you're stuck with me. And it's just like, I fired my top 5 friends so I can have 5 better influences, and all my friends right here, they all own businesses, print shops, powder coating, you name it, just something that's more than the buddy that's like, yeah, I just got off work. You want to catch a pizza? You want to have some beers? Want to smoke? And I'm just like, they're comfortable. They have no sense of not only direction but inspiration. Hanging out with people that are uninspired is only going to keep you uninspired. It's a sick truth, but to get able to get people that say, spark you and say, hey, I'm going to push you past your zone, kind of like my friend just said. If you had a bike, we could go down to Helsinki, put it on the train, get into Helsinki, then we can bike around Helsinki. Is something I've never done before, but it's all possible. That means an adventure, that means excitement, that means exercise, all the things that I seek in my life. Hey man, I want to be outside, I want to be awake, I want to be with it. And instead I'm moving slow, and my brain's wanted to be slowed down. I want to just sleep some more, even though it's a pretty decent cloudy, overcasty day. It's just like I'm still in my own way, and I have to find a way to just move that feeling down to a different path. And it says, sure, you feel this way, but what would you feel like if you do this action? And if you take action, what chemical balances the catalyst of it can make you stop feeling that way, right? So it's like, yeah, I feel tired, put you on a roller coaster. That endorphins, the action, the energy, even the testosterone in it, makes us go further than we thought we could when we previously started. And that's what I keep telling people. It's like, sure, I feel this way as I feel right now, but I set myself up for the future to say, hey, I'm making myself feel this other way. I'm compelling myself to go forward and do something with the energy, then instead of being just capitulated and silently surrender to the feeling. And that seems to be the big issue that I see with all of us, is just, we'll surrender to the feeling. We'll tap out and say, you know what? It's too much for me to risk my life, to risk change, to risk new behaviors, to give myself an opportunity to be something different. You know, that's what they call motivation. You know, the motivation. What gave you the motivation to what inspired you? You know, what are your influences? And this is like, what? I'm not under the influence to get influenced. How about that? That was the first part, to open up my chakras to even say, hey, there's another way, and desperately begging for that way to appear. I remember just being so depressed and like the whole house could burn up and I wouldn't run. That's a scary thought. That's a fucking scary thought, that I wouldn't run from my own house burning up. And that's what Tony Hsieh did. Multi-millionaire, billionaire boy from an Amazon sale bought Zappos, and he made what, 350 million, and then he couldn't buy happiness. He was trying to buy happiness around him, and he ended up doubling people's highest salary. You made $200,000 one time? Okay, let me give you $400,000, but you got to be happy around me. And you know what? It's not enough to just hike in nature. Let's do some whippets. And then when my house gets burned in fire in Aspen, or what was it, Park City, Utah, I'm not going to run. And I think that's what ended up happening to him. He didn't run out of the fire. Most of us would say, yeah, I'd run out of the fire. But just like that, boiling frogs, silent surrender. It just started to bubble. Now, if I threw a frog into the bubbles, obviously it'd be like, hot shit, I'm out. You know what I mean? But no, we do these silent surrenders where we start getting fat. Pop the top. Lean back. Just relax. No ambitions, no drives, nothing getting us to move ourselves forward. And this is not that you need an external thing to move you forward. You don't need to purchase something. It's not a partner. It's not a position. It's literally ignition. It's literally saying, I ignited my own soul to make it move forward. You know, even if the homie, if he wants to give me the bike, we'll rent the bike. I'll just fucking go, bro. Boldly go. And just go, yeah, sure. I didn't have any plans on being in Helsinki today and roll around the town. But why fucking not? Why not shake the wet cobwebs and the coal out my eyes, and these saggy ass bones, and make them do the Bones Jones, the things that make me, to compel me to live my life, not because it's another day, because it's another day to live. You know, if I'm alive, I want to actually be alive, be inspired by the things that are around me, and get me to switch my mood. You know what I mean? Like, to get me to not change, not just the channel, or keep finger fucking my phone. You know, I want to be able to go and say, I'm in a different zone. I'm in a whole nother area that makes me feel differently than the way that I feel, by not purchasing, by not chasing, and not capitulating to what's going on around me. I'm saying I'm setting my guide to this thing. So I keep looking down here through this path and be there. Over there is some happiness. Right now is some happiness. And I say to myself, I am happy because I can make my life the reality that I want it to be, right? Like, and not in a fictitious way, not in a what's the word that they call it when you sedated way, right? Because everybody wants to be sedated, and then it's like being on like some kind of what do they give you when you're anesthetics? You know, your anesthesia, when you're under no pain and you feel nothing, then you don't get to feel anything. You're just nothing. You're at a flat zero. And so many people want to be, almost said seduced, but yeah, seduced by the slickness of sedation. And I was like, I'm relieved, instead of going to the gym and relieving it at the gym and then getting it from within, and then the endorphins kick in, and then your creatine and your protein and all these other things that are inside of all of our bodies kick in and give us a boost and make us feel good from the inside. You know, eating the right foods. It's just hearing the guy, nothing in a bag, nothing in a box. If it didn't exist 200 years ago, don't eat it. If it has ingredients, don't eat it. If it has artificial foods and other things like this, don't eat it. That's not real food. That's, again, another way of us saying, okay, I silently surrender. Let me eat some chips. It's not enough. Is that my trash guy again? It is, bro. Mr. Trash Guy, bro. He's my hero. We're going to watch this dude fucking pull up. My boy's got the hook. You know, he's got a way of taking out the trash. Do you? Do you have a way of taking out your trash? Do you have a hook in your mind that say, I'm gonna lift myself out of this feeling and get to this other feeling, this other section? You take out the papers and the trash, or you won't get no spinning cash. You see him? You don't want to work for the Lord. Yakety yak, don't come back. Yeah, bro, can you see him? He's gonna lift this thing up for us. You see him in the orange? It's gonna be dope. That's it. See if you can't lift your own spirits. Turn the TV off. Turn this TV off. Put your phone down and sit with it and say, what action can I take inside of my life so I can make it work for me, instead of silently give up and just watch the popcorn like I used to do, counting in my depression, going, I'm not gonna run from this fire. And it's just like, it's boiling water, bro. Your life is literally at boiling point. It's happening every day. Every day you get to change a way or shape it in a different way, shape your mood, shape your attitude, shape your mentality. And instead, we'll get the silent capitulation and just say, I'm over it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, don't do it. Don't give up. Never surrender. See that shit? What a fucking trash system. And they come around and each one gets individual things. Like this guy will get the plastic, the guy come the next day, get the metal, and whatever, you know what I mean? You're looking at it. What a fucking trip. This is how they take out the trash over here in Finland. So take out your mental trash, man. Take out the papers and the trash, or you won't get no spinning cash. Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Get that yak out of your head, you know? Get away to yourself and then have the conversation at the gym. One of my favorite was Jay Lawler would say, even if I don't feel like it, I'll just show up to the gym. I can play on my phone at the gym. And then I start watching other people work out, and then maybe I might do a couple motions, and then next thing I know, those couple of motions will change up everything with it. I didn't feel like it, but I still showed up, and then because I showed up, I still tried, and then when I put in the effort, guess what ended up happening? I changed my own mindset, I changed my own mood, and that's an opportunity for all of you, you know what I mean? It's an opportunity to not stay stagnant, not give up, never surrender, never give up, and then say, what was your boy Churchill's things? I never surrender. It's like that. Trash taken back. So my homie's calling me. I'm getting high this morning, waking my brain up and shaking these bones to do something other than what I've been doing repetitively. So every day is another day to enjoy. My friends were hanging out. I'm like, what's happening? It's Monday. He's like, it's Monday, but it's summer. We never have any days off. We always had the kids with us. This is our time to be adults. And I was like, oh, I'm like, are we celebrating anything? No, it's just Monday, man. Another day to just fucking be alive. And most people would just go, it's a mundane Monday. And then we'll just be like, we'll have the mood of a Monday. And instead of it's Tuesday, let's go do something and make it motherfucking happen. You know what I mean? Yakety 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 yak. Yakety yakking yakety yak. Looking good. You missed it. There goes my hero. There goes my hero.
Yeah?
Yep.
Fine.
Because he keeps showing up every other day and picking up a different trash pile. It's not the same. He doesn't get it all at once. He just gets one. And then the other guy comes by and gets another one. I thought in our system, we grab all of them and just go, shoom, don't.
No, like, if you take all of them, there's no point in separating all of them.
That's my genius.
Yeah.
Why are we separating them? They're going to put it all together at once. Come on, America, get your shit together. You know, that's my point. And it's not just the one on my nose, you know what I'm saying? So, as we do our... you got this?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you see, teammates helping, fellow Taurus human being. Hey, we're still gonna go to the gym, right? The gym, the log
I
gym.
think, yeah.
Okay. It's my new log gym partner. Helped me work out and
Let
keep
me
my
fix
stuff
my
out of my
sleeping
head.
rhythm first.
What happened?
Let me fix my sleep rhythm first.
You're slipping.
Let me fix my sleeping rhythm.
Sleeping rhythm. Ah, that's the word I didn't catch. Okay, yep, we gotta fix something. Because if we don't fix something, nothing will happen, and that's what a silent surrender sounds like. It's like a pin drop. Nobody heard you stop. Nobody heard you give up. You have no accountability partners. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And that's why it's a motivation. That's why it's driven. It's saying, I do feel this way right now, but I want to feel that much better that I'm willing to do something about it, get into action, and go get it instead of just talk about it. You know, the silent whispers, I actually make an action. Good morning. And that's the difference, dude. It makes you come alive, you know. And like, I'm not just existing in my world, I'm creating and I'm making it do the thing that I wanted to do, because today's a fresh day, man. You only get one day at a time to fucking be able to make it your own reality. What? Nothing. I'm just doing my morning motivation.
Ah,
A little bee on the screen. Yeah,
you want another bit?
he wants in on the live. See my guy getting that sack right there? Look at that shit, dude. It's crazy. And then he goes over to that section and just gets that section of the recycling. Come on, America. We got to get our shit together, bruh. Get your shit together, bruh. And that's my morning motivation pep talk. It's just, sure, you feel a certain type of way, but you can feel even better once you take action on a different direction. We all have the capacity of two things, and every day we get a chance at life and a choice of what we're going to do with our lives. And that's the thing that really puts it in drive and say, okay, I'm going to go somewhere. I was watching or listening to some rap lyrics, and the guy was saying something to the effect of driving around the city with no place to go. Even if you got nowhere to go, it's better that you put yourself in drive and find a new direction. You were like, that wasn't on the map, that wasn't what I planned, but because I took action, now it's in the plan. Now I have a plan. Now I have a goal. Now I have an adventure, something to get excited for. And that's the big difference. Is like, most of us, we just gonna be capitulated. How are you gonna celebrate Netflix and chill? What? You know? How are you gonna celebrate a Monday? What besides for going to festivals, or purchasing a lot of things, or getting fake validation from strangers, How about validating you? Validate your ideas, create them, make them work for you. It's one of my favorite feelings, but it does. It works for me, being able to get everything to move in a direction that I need it to, and that's been the best feeling that I've been able to do. Is been able to just say, tell my feelings what to do, you know. Not just have feelings and let them tell me what to do. Okay, today's bummed out, bro. It's kind of hazy and you got no money and you're not really awake. You know what? Why don't you just go back to sleep? Silent surrender. Instead of going like, you know what? I can be anything I want to be. I just gotta fucking take initiative. That's one of my favorite words too. Take some initiative and make yourself do things that you didn't think you were gonna do, and then see how you feel at that point. Tell me how you feel after you've been to the gym. Tell me how you feel after you went on a nature walk. Tell me how you feel after you took action, and then we can have this full conversation. And then now we have something that we can dissect and say, hey, these are the strategies that you took. It's the same thing that we do in business at nsec.ai. You got to look at all the tries and go, okay, what did we try? How long did we try it? And what were the results? And that is what it looks like to be somebody that doesn't surrender to the silence of their lives and just be like, oh, it's just another day. This is somebody that took action, bold action, and it's trackable. There's analytics to it, It's literally a science, just like, well, shit, statistics in college. So that's my morning motivation. I hope you got something out of it. You already know. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. In Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Boom, baby, boom. Peace. Careless.